Take a ride down memory lane, where the chrome still shines and the gears remain. From Morris Minors to Mondeos, those wheels of the past. We had one of those, oh yes we did. From Sunday drive to trips as kids. Hop right in, relive the glow, touch the past. We had one of those. We had one of those. We had one of those. We had one of those.
Welcome to the National Motor Museum. Yes, we're at Beaulieu, and I'm going to reintroduce you to 10 wonderful old friends, and I'm pretty sure you won't have seen them for a long, long time.
Want some wheels, John?
Certainly, sir. Care for a trial?
Trial?
The Allegro, very economical, shown by AA's Drive magazine to be one of the cheapest cars to run on four wheels.
It would need to be, wouldn't it, with petrol for 5 and a tenner a gallon?
You have been away a long time, sir. Do you like it inside?
Didn't see I've been inside, you know.
So it's the 1970s, and the Muppets are all the rage. And some would say you had to be a right Muppet if you bought a brand new Austin Allegro.
Mini, Allegro, Marina, Maxi, Princess. They may look familiar, but you won't recognize them.
That's not me. That's my twin brother.
Austin Morris.
Is it fair to say the dreaded Allegro?
Well, nothing divides opinion quite like the Allegro.
Not even the Marina?
The all-aggro.
So quite a story behind the Austin Allegro. First of all, though, Patrick, everyone expects it to have a square steering wheel. That didn't last for long, did it?
Only the early ones had the quartic, or square steering wheel, yeah. Yeah, very short-lived.
Why was that? Because they were a silly idea?
Well, it was originally an idea about making more legroom for the driver because of the way the dashboard had been designed. But people just didn't relate to a square wheel.
I wonder why.
For obvious reasons.
So this car, it was a disaster, wasn't it? It was probably the worst in British Leyland's history.
Well,
and when you think of those cars, they weren't great looking, were they? The Austin Maxi.
You can argue that they messed up stylistically. Mechanically, it followed on from the old Austin and Morris 1100, 1300 car, which had been the top seller for years in the 1960s. So they were trying to modernise that. So this is actually quite advanced. It's got the hydrogas suspension, the liquid suspension. It follows the design cues that started with the Mini. So you've got a wheel on each corner, independent suspension. Actually, quite a lot of space in here.
Allegro's got room, lots and lots of room, room for long legs, plenty of room for five.
Allegro's got room,
Allegro's got room,
miles and miles of room. Change up to top. Allegro has room for five. Allegro has room for five.
But the original design by Leyland's designer, Harris Mann, was asking for a much more aerodynamic, much more...
It was longer, wasn't it?
Much longer, much sharper, much more aerodynamic styling.
And if you see the plans, it actually looks great in the plans.
It looks great. But the engineers sort of took over and said, well, we can't make that work with the mechanical systems that we're going to use. So it became a compromise. And Mann's ideas were actually rolled out with things like the Princess Wedge and the Triumph TR7.
That's another
Well, it's another one
car
that divides opinion, but it's very much of its time. The wedge-shaped thing was in. Other manufacturers were doing it. And I'm looking across at a poster which shows a Lotus 72 Grand Prix car. It's a wedge. So it was very much a 1970s feature.
But that doesn't look like an Austin Princess.
That looks cool.
That looks cool.
That looks cool. Yeah.
Let's talk about the luxury in here.
Yeah.
Very basic. The radio.
Yeah, so we've got the optional radio fitted in this one.
So that would have cost you a few more quid
It would
to have
indeed,
that.
yeah.
Now I just want to press the button because obviously the buttons were on preset. But look at that. 275285 Radio 1. Still tuned to Radio Luxembourg. That is amazing, and I promise you, we have not retuned that. That has just gone to Radio Luxembourg, so that shows you how long ago this car was probably last driven.
It's called the Allegro. Got more bumps than a roller coaster show. The wheels go round, but don't ask me how. The engine's strong if you push it now. The Austin Allegro, it's a sight to see. A little bit wobbly, but it gets you where you need. From A to B, with a squeak and a rattle. It's the pride of the 70s. Oh, it's worth the battle.
Here it is, everybody, the Allegro. Now, the Allegro never really outlived anything. There were yogurts that had a longer life than this, but this one did outlive Rach and Dan. Sadly, they got divorced, and nobody wanted this in the divorce settlement. So that's how Beaulieu got the car. Let's go for a drive in the unforgettable Allegro. Right, we're ready. Oh, look at that, quite responsive actually. And for a car that everybody has joked about, you've only got to look at old Top Gears and all those television specials and all these guys on YouTube doing this now. This car is the butt of all jokes, but it's roomy. It really is roomy. The steering is very, very light. Now, this is a 1970s car. This car was launched in 1973 and was in production till 1982.
The interior's plush, but the seats feel like stone. If I break down, at least I'm never alone. The wipers don't work, but I've learned to cope. I just drive in the rain with a lot of hope. The Austin Allegro, it's a sight to see. A little bit wobbly, but it gets you where you need. From A to B, with a squeak and a rattle. It's the pride of the 70s. Oh, it's worth the battle.
I need tyres.
Okay.
Now, I've got a couple of ideas, right? Down at the exhibition, there's an Allegro.
Right.
And I'm thinking to make it really pop and zing, I'll put low-profile tyres on it. Will that help?
It's not going to help it look cooler, necessarily. I think you'd struggle with an Allegro to make it cooler. First thing as well, a low-profile tyre on a vehicle like that, not going to look good. It's going to look a bit lost under the wheel arches. And when you can buy the correct size, we've got here on the shelf, which is, I might tell you, is a 155/8013, why buy a low profile?
Okay, but why do low profiles make most cars look really good? What is it about, when you're looking at it, what is it that makes it look so sporty?
Low profile tyres are kind of really a thing of the, the much more recent years. Allegro wasn't an era when low profile tyres were a thing. 80 profile was the norm, 70 was a low profile. The things we see now in like 30s, 40s, 50s, that's a much more modern thing. So they look ridiculous. The tyres will look lost under the arches.
Here's a silly question for you.
Go on.
Mr. Michelin, the Michelin man, is made of tyres. He's white, and tyres have always been black.
Not always. Up until about 1920, tyres were just white.
Really?
Yeah, actually about 1917, 1918, they started to include a product called carbon black to make the tyres last longer, and that's why everything's been black.
What, ever since?
Not ever since. You can still buy some white tyres, but they are extremely expensive. Imagine trying to make an all-white tyre in a factory that makes black tyres. Not easy.
And I guess the thing is, they were a waste of time because they will get dirty from the moment you take the car off the drive.
Yeah. Most of the white tyres we sell now go on motorcycles that typically are going to sit around in a showroom looking lovely.
Right. I've got one, I need another 3. Can we?
Yes, of course we can.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, we had one of those